I'm a DIYer at heart. I like to think of myself as fairly handy. I like to change my own oil, enjoy knocking out some small projects around the house, and taking care of my own yard. However, there are some projects that are just out of my league, and no amount of Googling or watching YouTube tutorials would change that. Recently, we tackled a master bathroom remodel, and at the outset, it didn't look too daunting. But as the project progressed, I found myself in deeper water than I was comfortable swimming in. I waved a white flag and I called in a professional contractor that I trust, and I just let him run. And it was hands down the best decision. We ended up taking everything down to the studs, moving 3 different walls, and using almost every type of subcontractor possible. With a little extra help and guidance, our project turned out much better and was completed much faster than I could have ever done myself. When it comes to knowing when to hire a financial advisor, it can be boiled down to a few key things, many of which parallel the decision of when to hire a contractor. First, competency. Do you have the right knowledge for the job? You need to have a clear understanding of what needs to be done and how it should be done so you can execute accordingly. I get hung up here sometimes because I believe if I read enough books or articles, then I can learn it. Sometimes this is true, sometimes this is not. Knowing when I should and when I should not take the lead is important. And executing a financial plan and building an investment portfolio can be complicated. And to do them well requires someone who knows what they're doing. Second is capacity. Do you have the time? It's one thing to have the knowledge. It's another to have the time to put that knowledge into action. We only have so much time in the day. And time is a limited resource for each of us, whether we think of it that way or not. It's not uncommon for us to hear from prospective clients, I just don't have the time to do this anymore. And I think that's a good indication of when you need some help. Third, and finally, cost. Can you afford to hire a professional? When it comes to your finances, the question sometimes changes to, can I afford not to? When you're just starting out, the stakes are much lower, and a misstep here or there can usually be corrected without much of a setback. However, when you accumulate more assets and the level of your finances gets much more complicated, you may reach a point when the cost of a mistake is much greater than the cost of the advisor. Hiring good help might cost a little bit of money, but the value of an advisor helping you avoid mistakes and maximize opportunities often can make the difference between success and failure. These are just a few things to consider before hiring an advisor. Hiring a pro is never a cut and dry decision, whether it's for your home or for your finances. But when it's necessary, I found that I gained time, peace of mind, and often better results than what I could have achieved on my own. While I'm still a DIYer at heart, I have learned to recognize when it's time to call in a pro.